Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining this session, and welcome to Flexi International eSchool. My name is Sami El Fadali, and I'm the academic director in the school. And today's session is a quick orientation on how to use your account as students, and how to go through your lessons, and how to provide your assignments, and how to log into your quizzes. All these things are going to be discussed today with this orientation. So I hope that you can see my screen right now. First thing that you need to do is that you log in using this URL, my.flexiacademy.com. And then you just put your username and password. Now I will log in as a student. Just put your username and password, the same username and password that you got through the email from our admission team. You put your username and password and log in. This will lead you to your dashboard. This dashboard actually is very simple because it is organized, and you can see here all the details. On the top here, you can find your name. Hello, Karma. This is the student's name. And here you can find class and ID, and I will describe this later on. And here you can find the calendar, which is including all the events, the upcoming events that are going to take place within this week and after. When you click again on the dashboard, this will lead you to the original page. On the original page also, you can see here all the courses that you are enrolled in. 3D design and printing, Arabic language, coding, English language arts, moral education, mathematics, Quran, science, social studies, and STEM, Connect, and so on. And also here, you can find at the top here, you can find here is your profile. You can look here, click here on the profile. Let me show you what's inside the profile, because it's very important. I need everyone to take care of this point at this point, because determining this is very important when it comes to determining the calendar's date and time. So what you need to do is to go through profile, as I said before, and then here in user details, just click on edit profile. Edit profile. Click on it. And here you can find the details, the email address that you are enrolled in, first name and last name, and so on. But the most important thing that I would like you to focus on is this one. Your country, the country that you are existing in, and the time zone that you are existing in as well. If you are in a different time zone, let's say if you are in Saudi Arabia and you are listed in Kuala Lumpur time zone, that means that the times on the calendar are not going to be accurate. So we have to make sure that our time zone is our real time zone. So when you click here, you can select the correct time zone that you are in, and then click here to update profile. One more thing that you can add to your profile actually is a description about yourself. You can describe yourself the way you would like. And also you can leave an audio. You can record an audio about yourself if you would like to. You can also record a video about yourself if you would like to. This is like an introduction. Everyone can access it if your teacher can access it. So anyone that you would like them to understand much more about you can just leave a description about yourself here, what you would like to play, what are your hobbies, what is your favorite subject, and so on. And also you can leave many things. You can leave word, you can leave pictures and audio and videos, just like what I said before. And here you can change your profile picture, and you can add also more files from here. Okay, and so many other things that you can browse, but later, not now. After this, you can just click on update profile. Okay. Now I'm getting back to the dashboard just to see what is really existing in our subject. We will just take an example for English language arts subject. Here, just click on the subject. This will lead to this page. This is the course page that everything is going to be existing here. So what you are going to do actually is very simple. As you can see here on the left-hand side, you can see the index. Quadmaster 1, Quadmaster 2. Quadmaster means like quarter 1 and quarter 2. This index can be hidden. So when you click here on these 3 lines, you will hide the index. When you click again, you will unhide it. So now you can see the index. And here on this arrow, you can click on this arrow just to get the units underneath the Quadmaster. So as you can see here, in Quadmaster 1, we have 3 units. Unit 1, Unit 2, and Unit 3. When you click on this arrow again, just to get what is underneath it, so just click here, you will find here the lessons underneath Unit 1, the lessons related to Unit 1. So as you can see here, Unit 1, Lesson 1. Unit 1, Lesson 2. Unit 1, Lesson 3. Unit 1, Lesson 4. So we have 4 lessons related to Unit 1. And there's also one more arrow that we need to elaborate. Click here. You will find underneath every one, you will find here underneath every lesson, you can see attendance, assignment, and quiz. For first lesson. For second lesson, there is also attendance, assignment, and quiz. For the third lesson, there is attendance, assignment, and quiz. The same goes for the fourth lesson. And for the whole unit, there are 3 different items as well. The e-portfolio for the whole unit, and unit STEM project for the whole unit, and unit test for the whole unit. This is actually the same when it goes to the assessment strategy. Our assessment strategy in Flexi Academy is very simple. Let me show you our assessment strategy. As you can see, if there are 100% for the mark, so 10% are for participation and attendance, 10% for the assignment, 10% for the quizzes, 10% for the projects, 10% for the e-portfolio, 20% for the unit test, and 30% for the quarter exam. Which means that we are having 70% of the total mark are for the continuous assessment along the quarter. So the final quarter exam has only 30% of the mark, and the rest are during the whole quarter. And the same goes here. When it comes to our assessment strategy, you can find also the assessment strategy is reflected here. Attendance, 10%, assignment, 10%, and quiz, 10%. And also attendance, e-portfolio, 10%, unit STEM project, 10%, and unit test, 20%. What I wanted to say actually is that our assessment strategy is exactly as the structure of every unit that you can see. What are you going to do? It's very simple. You will click here to find the content for lesson 1. So this is lesson 1 content, which is about oral communications. And you can see here, also we can hide this part just to get the content clear for you to move freely this way. Our content is very interactive, and also you can self-learn through it, because it is not only just like PDF or something that you are reading. You can find so many things within this content. The content is including, as you can see here, pictures, including verbal content or words, can also find, it's a video actually, you can watch the video like that. Okay, and you can find also some interactive resources that you can go through, and also sometimes you can find other resources like worksheets that you can answer through your lessons. Every lesson is divided into 3 sections or 3 parts: mind on, action, and consolidation. What are you going to do is very simple. You will go through the first step, which is mind on. This is your first step. Go through it. Read, watch, and answer any questions that you can see. Then go to action part. Then here you can find some other activities that you need to do. Being attentive. Click here, you can find this activity. And then you can find another video. You can see more here. You click on see more. It will come up here with other resources that you can see. All right, I can watch. All right, more resources just for you to understand more about the subject matter. And then go to consolidation. This is the last part. And you can find here the summary of the lesson. And here you can find also activities like that. This is actually based on the subject matter itself. When you click here, you can find, I just clicked here on activity. This will come up with this activity. And also, as you can see, this activity is editable. So you can edit your answers here. Just edit your answers the way you like to. And after adding the correct answers, you can just save with your changes. Save on downloads, for example. Now you have saved your answers, your worksheet with answers. Very simple, within the same platform. You don't have to go to different platforms. It's within the same platform. All right, and after this, you can also get back to the learning goals. When you click here, I just click here on learning goals. When you click here, you can find the learning goals and success criteria. These are actually like the most important tips that you can find for every lesson. So for this lesson, for example, you need to learn these 2 points, and you need to be able to do these 4 points. This is just like a checklist for you, just to make sure that you understood the subject matter the way it should be. Close, it will come up with the lesson again. After finishing studying this lesson, click here again, and then you can go to the assignment. When you click on the assignment, you can find here all the activities that are given to you by the teacher in order for you to provide the teacher, just like homework, in order for the teacher to give you the mark. So here, it's your turn. It's time to create your own error review plan. So step 1 is to think, blah, blah, blah. And step 2 is to record the question. Step 3 is to review the attentive strategies and choose 3 that would like you use during your interview. You can find here also the document, which we have already done before, that might help a student to perform this activity. If possible, conduct your interview and record your interview using a method of your choice. After this, students are going to be able to, after planning for the interview, they can also record an interview with someone from their choice, and they can also provide this assignment in the form of a video that can be also added to the assignment. So as you can see here, this is just an example. Let me show you this example. Okay, so that was an interview in the form of a video that students can perform after creating these steps. So this is actually one type of the assignments that you're going to do. Our assignments are not always going to be like worksheets to answer. Our assignments are so many different types in order for you to express yourself the way you like. Sometimes you will create videos, sometimes you will answer just worksheets, and sometimes you will record the audios, sometimes you will perform models, sometimes you will draw, and all these things are going to be sent to us just to give you the marks according to the assignment that you sent. So the type of learning that you are going to receive right now is going to be completely different because your input is going to be very big, and also you are not going to be just receiving the information. You are going to be part of providing information. After finishing the assignment, now we are ready for the quiz. I'm going to click here. You can find here the quiz, but I think this student has finished the quiz, but I can show you. Yeah, these are the questions of the quiz. The students are going to answer these questions, and also begin and finish attempt. That means that students have finished and submitted their quiz. There is a very important part here, which is the quiz will identify your general understanding of the lesson skills, and hence appointing live sessions with relevant teachers. If your mark, this is very important. If your mark is below 70%, this means you have to take an extra support by your teacher on a live class. So this is very important. Please focus with me here. The quiz actually is determining the level of every student according to the learning goals of every lesson. So for every lesson, there is a quiz. Students, in order to pass this quiz, they have to get 70% or more. If students failed to get 70% for the total mark of the quiz, that means that they need some help from the teacher. So the system itself is going to provide the students with an appointment with a teacher immediately. That this might take place within 1 or 2 days. So an appointment will be taking place between the teacher and student in order for the teacher to provide students with the most important part that they need according to the quiz marks. This is how we are providing our live sessions. In general, we are not providing live sessions before the quiz. We are always providing live sessions for a purpose, and this purpose is going to be determined through the quiz marks. So according to the student's performance, we are going to provide live sessions. And all these live sessions are going to be very clear here on the dashboard. When you get back here, you can find after performing the live session, and if student fails to get 70% of the mark, so this will appear here in the calendar that the student has an appointment with a teacher on that particular day. So that students are going to have their live sessions based on their performance, and also the teacher is going to receive a report for the performance of every student, just to make sure that the live session is going to be discussing these particular points and to enhance students' learning, so that we are not leaving a single standard, we're not leaving a single learning goal not covered. This is happening with every particular lesson this way. After finishing these lessons, after finishing all lessons of the unit, students now are ready to perform the e-portfolio, the unit test, and the unit STEM project and the unit test. The unit STEM project is always providing students with instructions. Yeah, the setup phase. Here, students are going to receive some instructions from the teacher how to perform a project actually related to the whole learning goals of the unit, not for one lesson. This STEM project is going to be discussing all parts of the whole unit. This project might take place for individual students or in groups. This is going to be determined according to the subject matter itself. The e-portfolio is also very simple because what are we actually asking students to do is that they are going to organize some of their work, some of their assignments, to put them in an organized way in this place. We are going to also provide you with some details about how to submit your e-portfolio. Get it back here. And the unit test also, the unit test is not going to be ready unless you finish all the lessons, unless you finish all the requirements of all lessons in the unit. We can take now another example for another subject. Let's take science as an example. And here the same way, you can find the quadmasters on the left-hand side. You can unhide them and unhide. So here, you can find the first unit, first lesson, and so on. So let's say that we have here first lesson about force. In this lesson, you can find it's also divided into parts, into steps. And these steps are here. Here, there are 5 steps: engage, explore, explain, elaborate, and evaluate. The first step here, students are going to go through the subject matter, just read and watch the video. All right, and then click next to go to the next step. This way, and click next again to go to next step. And here, next step actually is about explanation. There is an explanation question like that. How do force affect the motion of objects? Here, students are going to perform activities based on these on this question. And teachers also are going to put this in the assignment part. You will use model or diagram. You represent data chart, graph, or text. Also, this will be described in details in the assignment part. And then the next part is elaborate with STEM. You can find here the connection between the solid information, solid scientific information, and the real world. So here you can find, here we are talking about force. And so it's about forces and motion and these things. But here we are going to link between force as a scientific concept and the real world. So here we're talking about careers that apply knowledge of forces and motion. So now we are talking about careers now. It's something related to real life. Okay, then click next for the STEM project related to this particular subject. Now it's about how can we use what we know about force and motion in sports, real life, as I said. This will lead us to the final part, which is evaluate. Oh, no, it's one more project. Also related to the real world. Can you identify unbalanced and balanced forces in your classroom? So this is real world project students can do. This will lead to the evaluation part, which is about like a summary. Now students are able to go to the assignment. And here are the instructions from the teacher. How the forces affect the motion of objects. Please record a short video and upload it here. We can see here the video that students have uploaded. And let's see. All right. And another photos that students have also submitted. Yeah, this is the answer of a question that teacher have give me 2 examples of forces. So this is the answer. now the student is able to go through the quiz and so on. This is the same way that we have been talking about since we have started this session. All subjects are with the same way. You can go through them the same way, but I'm going to show you some examples because you might find minor differences in every subject. So click here in mathematics, take this example, one more example. In mathematics, we can find it in a different way as well. Take this just an example. Yeah, here in mathematics, let's see. This is the essential question for the whole lesson, and then a video, short video. All right, and then there are some examples or investigation, and here there is a question. When you click here, you can find you can check your answer. So do not click here unless you think of the answer and give your answer. Okay, so here you can find the answer there, right? And here again, you can find this question, and here is the answer. Okay, after finishing, this is the first part. Go to the next part, which is Math in My World from here. So it's always about steps, always about steps. Always search for the steps for every subject. Math in My World, here. You can find here other videos. This is like a tutorial. Okay. And here are some examples for the idea. You can check the answer also from here, as I said before. And then now we are ready for the next part, which is practice. In practice part, you can find other videos and many things else to go through. After finishing, now we are ready for the assignment and so on. You can find the assignment here. You can find it also. You can click here to find the assignment. So answer the assignment and send it back to your teacher, like that. This is an answered assignment by a student. First page, second page, here. Okay, this way. This is an answered one. And here is the mark for student immediately. So students are going to be graded according to their answers. And in the quiz, the same way as we said before. So we attend the quiz this way, just to show you the questions, answer the questions, and finish attempt to submit your answers. One more example for one more subject. Let's take Arabic language. Okay, first lesson. You can find here all the text resources. And here is the video about the subject. And then here are some questions, and you can make sure about your answers from here, the same as in mathematics. Okay, this is the first part. The second part is استمتع وفكر. Here, this way. The third part, with the same way that we did before. Okay. Perfect. Now we have almost finished the learning part that I would like you to understand today. One more thing that I would like you to go through, which is we need actually to dig more deeper into this, which is related to your calendar. When you click on calendar, you can find, as I said before, you can find the events. Here, this student has this event with a teacher. Once you click here, you can find a summary about the event or the live session with the teacher. So it's about mathematics, and the subject mathematics 3. The topic is 1.1 quiz. The teacher name is going to be added here, and click here to go to session. When you click here, actually we are using a different application. Actually, it is designed mainly for the educational live sessions. It's not like Zoom. It's with different and more applications and features that can help students and teachers to go through live sessions for teaching and learning reasons. So if you don't have that application, you have to download it. It's called Classen. It's called Classen. So again, when you just click here and go to live session, this will lead you to another page. It's like Zoom, by the way. If you have Classen, you can just click on Classen, open Classen. If you don't have Classen, so you have to download it first. Now I have Classen, so I can just open Classen to go to the session directly. Now I have to log in into Classen using my student ID. This is not the student ID now. Where exactly I can find student ID? It's very simple. As you can see here, this part is very important to focus on. This is Singapore. We have to make sure that Singapore code is here, not any other country codes. The country code should be Singapore. It is +65 or 0065. And then we have to put here the phone number. You don't have to put your phone number, your mobile phone number, your ordinary phone number, because we are giving every student different phone number for Flexi system. Where can you find this? It's very simple. It's here. When you go up, this is your class and ID. We have put that here for you because we understand that you need this. So as you can see here, this is the country code 0065 or +65, and here is the student's phone number, which is starting with 2000. Just copy it and paste it here. Now, this is the phone number of the student, Karma. She has here +65 and then the phone number. The password is always the same for all students. It is Klassen 999. It is Klassen 999. I think also we have provided you this. We have provided you with this before through the email. I can also leave it here for you. Yeah. On the left-hand side here, you can find all the classes that you have been logged in and the future classes also that you are going to take place. If you have a lesson, if you have a near lesson, you can find here an enter button to enter your classroom. So on time, you need to make sure about the time again. So when you are in the calendar, click here on the event and make sure about the time. And as I said before, this time should be correct. And you need to make sure that it's correct based on your profile. Make sure that the time zone in your profile is exactly the same time zone that you are living in. Otherwise, the times are not going to be accurate. Okay, so here, this is the time for the lesson. And once you need to go to that lesson on time, now click on go to session. Once you go to session, you can be logged into directly into this your application. You can find your lesson. Click enter. It will be a green button like here. Just click on that button. This will lead you to the session directly, and you can interact with your teacher. For now, I would like to thank you very much. If you have any questions, you can get back to us anytime. I can leave here. just for your record. My name is Sami, and this is my phone number. And I will leave also klassen password, which is klassen 999. Okay. Thank you very much, and welcome again to Flexi International E-School. Thank you, and have a great day.